sector has been giving an insight into the impact of the real estate sector on the Nigerian economy in the outgone year 2023, with a submission that the sector contributed less meaningful due to some factors that were not taken care of. The stakeholders spoke while reacting in separate interviews with MITV News in Lagos. A former chairman of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, Makinde Ogunle, said the lingering gap between demand and supply persisted in the year 2023, which had a negative impact on the effect of the real estate sector on the economy. He said that the persistent economic downturn was another factor that played a major role on the low impact of the housing sector, while pointing out that the poor exchange rate of the naira to dollar cannot be ruled out. This was a position shared by the Lagos State Chairman of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, Larry Farotimi, who lamented that the inefficiency and poor mortgage system in Nigeria.
Because of the current economic downturn, dollar naira exchange, and the income group, or those who are actually demanding for housing, it has been stagnant somehow. So that affects housing supply, and you cannot measure the performance because there have not been any significant increase or improvement in the supply sector during the year running out. There have not been any significant. It's difficult to, Nigeria, the greatest problem we have is data. We don't even have data in our population. We don't have data in housing. We don't have data on water supply.
If those factors have been addressed, then we'll not be talking about housing deficit as at now. Like I mentioned earlier, in 1991, the major challenge that we had as to housing deficit has to do with the inefficiency in the mortgage bank systems. But then the issue was not addressed, and then other factors began to come up, like urban, migration, increase in poverty level, and so on and so forth. And this began to compound the challenges that we have in the housing sector. So I think it is only when these issues are addressed that we can begin to talk about solutions, to this issue of housing deficit in Nigeria. Government needs to walk the talk, by putting in place, policies, that will address this issue headlong.
And that